I am responsible that we haven't done any too much communication to the community in this couple of months. Mainly focused on building product, which is what we do. But then again, like the community is really important. So anyhow, so here we are. We're gonna do this on a regular basis. We're gonna start to do them at least every 2 weeks or so, or every month. We will be at least for the next couple of weeks. Yes, we'll try to do them every 2 weeks. There's a couple of announcements coming in, and we're gonna be launching 2 new products. Really excited about that. More so than anything, just trying to get everything under. Trying to working efforts with a lot of effort by the team to bring in value to the Near ecosystem. So that's where we are right now. So anyhow, so this is AMAs. You can write your questions. If you want to come up, Robs, just raise your hand, and you can come in and start the conversation going. I saw that you just. Is this where it is? Yes, it is. Yes, just you can write there on the general chat. I reckon right now there's not too much movement, so anyhow, we're trying to slowly but surely recuperate this one. Let me bring in more people and try to get this under. Anyhow, Lola Rocker is here. So lots of our team members are here, so that's good. There's a lot of us new faces as well. Marcos, maybe you can come up, Marcos, and then you can introduce yourselves as well. I reckon that'll be a good dynamic. So we get everybody together here, and everybody can put a face or at least a voice to it. So ladies first, I'll bring in Lola. Well. Whoever is ready to talk, can you raise your hand, and then I'll bring you up slowly but surely, and that way we can do a little bit of introductions to everyone. No takers? Okay, there you go. There you go. I'm bringing you up, Lola. Invite to speak. There you go. You should be coming up. And anyhow, also,
Hello.
Hey, hello, Lola. How you doing? You want to introduce yourself?
Good. I was actually raising my hand, so thank you for taking me here. Hello everyone. I am Lorena. I will be in charge of the MetaGill project. You can call me Lola Rocker too. You can find me like Lola Rocker in every social network if you want to chat. I'm just starting in the Metapool team. I'm looking forward to work with everyone and also to answer everyone's questions about the new project that we will have in MetaGill in the next week. Be patient with me. I will be answering everything, but I will need time. So thank you for having me here. Happy to get to know everyone. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So anyhow, today is Alan's birthday as well. So I'll be bringing Alan in here. He's going to play a very important role in the next couple of weeks. Because we're launching some really important stuff for the Metapool community and the Near ecosystem as well. Hey Alan, how you doing? Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños.
Gracias. Thank you, everyone. I'm very good. I'm fine. We're working on birthday day. It's the better way to celebrate. So we are here.
Perfect. Can you tell us a little bit what you're going to be doing with the validator nodes and maybe we can kickstart that conversation as well.
Oh yeah, we have been working on creating the validators community in order to have them close to our our team and to share the news about what we're doing. Right now, we are working to launch the coming metastaking boat that is a platform where a community can choose which are the better validators, and these validators will receive extra delegation on based on the voting. And well, we will have a close conversation with all the validators to have a pitch contest around the launchment of Meta staking boat. So that's a sneak peek of what we are bringing this coming weeks. There it is.
Perfect. So anyhow, so there's a couple of things. Yes, right now market sentiment's pretty down, and I reckon that's something we need to address. No, Metapool's not going anywhere. No, we're not exposed to FTX. We're not traders. We're builders. So at least that was a good thing that we didn't venture into. And just a couple of history or story behind it. So early in March, was it April? It was before ETH Rio. The Three Arrows team came in and visited Mexico City. Had the opportunity to take them out for a nice dinner at a local place here, high-end posh place, right? And so I took the Three Arrows team over there for dinner, and then they start discussing like, yes, what are you doing in treasury management? We have this OTC desk that basically we are allowing our startups, our portfolio companies, or any other startup to get 10% APY on their stables, right? Of course, prior to that, they asked us how much we raised and whatnot, if it was all in stables, and at that time, of course, we did. We got some great advice from our lawyers, and to say that, and they recommended that we raised everything in stables, and that's what we did, and so that's what's kept us going all this months, even through the turmoils. And so we didn't accept it, right? We discussed it with Lucio internally, like, hey, should we put in, I don't know, $1 million, right, or whatnot, right? And say and put it in this Three Arrows stuff vehicle, right, and get 10% APY, and it was good. It's $100K, right, per year, and that at least pays for a few months, right, or expenses or whatnot. And I'm surely glad that we didn't, right, because at the end of the day, that would have put us in a really tough position further down the road. So thank you very much for coming, Mansa, Nico. Yabun, thank you very much for being here. So anyhow, so it's been quite. We've seen Luna fall. We've seen right now FX. There's going to be other companies also going down the drain. There's a rumor about Jump Crypto and whatnot, right? So anyhow, so it's just we need to keep it frosty, right? And at the end of the day, we need to keep ourselves in check on what value we're bringing to the ecosystem. For us, it is right now a solid liquid staking platform. We, as you know, we've announced this couple of weeks that we've integrated with custodial services such as Finoa, Fireblocks, and if everything goes well, we will be closing a partnership with a fintech application, a fintech credit card in the next couple of weeks. And we will be announcing that. It's mainly focused for the LATAM region, Latin American region, but we will surely make an effort to go to Southeast Asia next year and find similar partners. So anyhow, be on the lookout for that. And the idea is to bring in value to the ecosystem by bringing in fresh TVL, right? And our big effort here is to do it through partnership with fintech applications, and this is where Fireblocks and Finoa come in, right? Most of these fintech applications require custodial services in order for them to operate, because they operate under very strict and regulated environments. Most of them have either a banking license or they are operating under a certain structure that requires them to comply with regulations, local regulations. So anyhow, so that's one of the big efforts we're going to be pushing, which is support for custodial services. Up next, we're talking to BitGo, we're talking to Anchorage, we're talking to Coinbase Custody or Coinbase Prime. We're also in the early discussions with Signum Bank, and so there's a couple of players there that we're talking to on an ongoing basis, just to get these things up and running. This partnership takes time, but we believe that we're building for the long term, and the long term is to support not only retail, which is non-custodial, but also institutions, which is custodial based. But anyhow, Rob's Oyabun, you can ask a question over in the general chat if you're up for it. And yeah, definitely, if you want to come up and ask the question yourselves, you can go ahead and do that at any time. Just raise your hand. Anyhow, so as you know, big update here. Stake Wars has ended. For those that are not familiar with Stake Wars, let me just share the GitHub repository for Stake Wars. This was the third Stake Wars organized by Pagoda. This general chat right here. So this is Stake Wars 3. And so that has ended. And now we are in the process of distributing. Okay, perfect. Question there, Robs. Yes, that's something that that is part of the products that we're going to be launching by the end of this year. So anyhow, let me just finish up with Stake Wars, and definitely I'll get into the meta utility, because I reckon as everybody knows, and we especially know, it's been more than 15 months, right, since we launched. It's been close to 11 months, I say, maybe 12 months. Actually, tomorrow is going to be the day that we announced where Meta was liquid now. So, and it's related to Stake Wars as well. So right now we will be allocating close to more than 2 million NEAR. We're going to be allocating into different chunk producer nodes. We're onboarding close to maybe 50, 60 chunk producer nodes were assigned to us, where we're going to be basically delegating this 2 million NEAR in order for them to secure their seats and start producing chunks for the NEAR chunks of blocks of the NEAR protocol network. So they're going to be validating, sorry, not producing. And so anyhow, so that's one very important first step into decentralizing your protocol. We are going to play an important role in that, in the delegation of more than 2 million NEAR. And so that you will see our TBL grow a little bit in the next couple of hopefully weeks. I don't want to say months, but then again, it is up to the NEAR Foundation and Pagoda to work on the distribution of it. So with Stake Wars when Stake Wars has finished, we will start a delegation process. We're in the middle of signing contracts and doing everything that we can to have to secure that delegation. And as soon as we start pushing that, we will communicate that as well in the next AMA. And why is it relevant to Meta, right? Giving utility. So one of the big things we're going to be pushing is basically we will be allocating 1 million NEAR to current delegation, to current validator nodes on the network. So, and this will happen through a voting mechanism. Many of you many of us have seen MetaVote, which we use for meta yield to select the projects that we're going to be launching on our crowdfunding platform. Well, that was just the kind of like the beta testing for our voting mechanism And so in the next couple of weeks, the date is December 8th. We will be launching, doing like a presentation or giving node operators an opportunity to present themselves to the community, so we can open up the voting for the allocation of 1 million NIR. This is not fresh TVL. This is from our current 8 million NIR that we have. We will be redistributing 1 million NIR. So, and that will be put up for voting. So that will be the community allocating Meta, locking it, and then using that voting power to redistribute 1 million NIR. There's going to be a specific process that we're right now going to be discussing with node operators, so we give them a heads up on how it will work, and then redistributing that 1 million NIR. Many of our community members that have gotten exposure to Meta will be able to redistribute this 1 million NIR. Right now, as in this initial version, there will not be any Meta incentives for locking up Meta. Eventually, we will be coming up with a revenue sharing model for locking up Meta, and then voting on the redistribution of 1 million NIR. Yes, so one of the big things here, yes, so right now we are closing some of the farms on Trisolaris. We will be also closing some of the farms on Ref, and this is because we need to understand how to best distribute Meta and put it in the hands of people that will be interacting with our Meta pool protocol. Right now, when we launched, right, we said, hey, there's no utility for Meta. Let's put it up for farms so people can get exposure to it. They can get more Meta, and give that sort of of ROI on the Meta governance token. But it's not the intended utility, right? It is not intended for it to be farmed. So we will be slowly but surely reducing the farming rewards or these pools, because that's where Meta's not intended for that. We will be creating a liquidity swap pool and Meta pool for Meta, so people can get exposure to it, and that way you can participate as an LP. But most of the Meta should be used as a voting in a voting mechanism, and we will start to redistribute Meta rewards through the staking mechanism as well, and also through the lockup mechanism of Meta staking vote as well. So that's where we're doing our next steps, Robs. So that's where we're trying to implement the mechanisms of distribution for our governance token. Right now, putting it in different dexes, that gives us a little bit of a exposure, but right now it's not benefiting neither the community nor the protocol. And this is very important, right? We need to create a sustainable protocol, and the protocol, in order for it to be community run, needs to be a healthy protocol, which means that the protocol should pay for its operations. And so we brought in a new member into the team, or a consultant, in order for us to understand what is going to be the best tokenomics for the Metapool protocol, and so we can start most importantly creating a solid base where the protocol can grow, and building the solid mechanisms in order for people to get exposure to Meta, and in order for people to get also part of the revenue sharing of the protocol. Right now, price action it's not a profitable protocol, right? That's the reality for it, and I want to be totally transparent on this one. Right now, we are running operations on the investment that we got from our backers, and the protocol itself is not paying for. Yeah, it's paying for maybe a couple of the expenses from the team, but that's about it. But not even covering salary for the development team. So what? Yeah, well, in order for it to, so there's two things for it. So there's the dependency on the price action for NEAR, and also the dependency on the TVL on the protocol. Right now, if it's at $1.50 or $1.20, so we need to get it. We need to get more TVL in it, right? What is the where can we get bring? When do we reach break even? Right now, we will need to bring in around maybe $65,000 in fees from the protocol itself to break even, right? That will mean that will pay for the operations of the protocol, and then also very importantly, pay for the community growth or the ambassador program that we are putting in motion on January 9th of next year, right? We understand that community should be is of the utmost important. It is one of the most important, how can I say, components of the protocol itself, right? So anyhow, so hopefully I answered those questions, Rob. So I don't know if anyone from the team also wants. Let me see your question here. How validator nodes will be able to take advantage of meta staking vote, right? And let's not use any short, let's call it as is, so people understand. MSB, Francisco, they're not going to understand, right? For us that we're talking about it every day, yes, we will. But for the rest of the community, and especially people coming into the chat, it's going to be a little bit difficult, right? So I'll try to answer these questions also in the chat so we can get this up and running. Let me get, well, I'll answer them after this AMA so we can get this up and running. So anyhow, or if anyone from the team can help me out and they can do the transcribing, that'll be great. So meta staking vote, right? So we're creating this mechanism for people to lock up meta, create voting power, redistribute 1 million NEAR, right? Right now, we've our main customer for Metapool protocol is going to be the operator nodes, the node operators. Sorry, they've been coming to us asking for more delegation, and so our answer to that is, and we do not want to do any back deals, right? There will be some strategic partnerships that we will be announcing further down the road. But this is going to be something for the community also to discuss openly and see and use our meta staking vote mechanism in order to get that up and running, right? Of course, right now there are only 3 council members on the Metapool DAO. One of it, and just for a refresher, one of it is NAR Wallets, which is a project representing kind of like the private sector. We have a NEAR Hispano representing the on-chain communities, and we also have Open Sharps Alliance representing the node operators as well. So anyhow, so it's still not in very open DAO, or might I say it's not a DAO, it is just a DO, which is decentralized organization, still not autonomous, and we have a long way to go in order to earn the A in the DAO. So anyhow, so that's where we are right now. It's been a couple it has been a very interesting 15 months. We've grown the team as well. I see here Nico, who's one of our lead designer, Abochin, who's our head of design, and so we have a full-blown team. So really excited for everybody to accompany us here in this community AMA. Oyabun, I don't know if you have any questions. If you want to write it down, please do so. Also, Mansas here, who is a full stack engineer in the team. Marcos, do you want to come up, Marcos, and introduce yourself as well? So Marcos is our lead. I'll let him introduce himself. There you go. Should be coming up.
So one second, so you can hear me better.
Okay, all good.
Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay, perfectly. So yeah, I joined the team 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, in a biz dev role, in a business development role. Just to give you some background, my original background is 15 years in banking and traditional finance here in Switzerland, and online trading and online banks in various positions and roles, as an individual relationship manager, also as heading various teams and various expansions. So sorry for that. So what we are going to do, or what we are currently doing together with Claudio, especially on the BD side, is we're starting to onboard with the various custodial services. As he said, this is to enable more institutional players to have, a calm sleep at night and fulfill the regulatory changing environment, which is that they will have to move from their hot wallets and their self-custody to a more regulated environment. So we are currently onboarding with them. It just takes a little bit longer than just opening an email account, because there's a lot of checks and balances that have to be done. We are currently speaking with quite a lot of them. We cannot disclose all the names. Some of them you heard from Claudio. Some others are unfortunately not be able to disclose. That's on the side of how we're going to raise the TVL. On the Meta side, there was some question. So how does this Meta staking vote work? It's basically, in a nutshell, is you can buy a Meta and you can block this Meta to obtain voting power. This voting power will enable whoever has this voting power to redirect this 1 million NIR that Claudio mentioned to each validator that this person or this holder wishes. This a little bit of alpha here, without any financial advice, of course, is to be assumed that this will have a buying pressure on the Meta, at least to the point where the rewards cover the logic purchase of the Meta itself in dollar values. So that is something that we are quite excited about. We are finalizing now the last details for this. Further down the line, there will be some more interesting utilities for the Meta. We are currently having some brainstormings on how to set it up correctly, but I think this bear market is currently a perfect market to come up with great ideas, execute them, set them up for the next bull run or the next stabilization and upwards trend, to capture the full potential of what Metapool and its various products groups can offer. If you have any questions, anytime, reach out in Discord. Happy to take any direct questions if there is from anyone. Reach out.
So yeah, we have a couple of questions. So Rob's getting into the gritty details, and that's good, right? Those are good questions. So how much runway do we have? Right now we have more than 24 months runway. So we have more than enough to at least get this bear market done. Also, very important here is we're gonna go multi-chain. That's the reality, right? That's something we're bullish. We're bullish on NIR. We're not leaving NIR, but we are going multi-chain. Like, it will be naive from us to put all eggs on one basket, right? And so we're going multi-chain before the end of the year. So that's something that that the team has been working on, and Lucio has been working on. And so anyhow, which chain, that's TBD. But we will be disclosing that as we are ready to launch on mainnet. But we will be supporting other chains, other layer ones, proof of stake networks. So definitely really excited about that. Partnerships are in the works, and when we're stating that we're going to go multi-chain, it's of course more than another chain than NIR. What we will say is we will also be looking into Aurora as well. So we need to do more work there. We believe that there's a lot of white space there, and so opportunities to grow in the Aurora ecosystem. So definitely really excited. Still really excited about what's happening on the Near ecosystem. There's been a lot of turmoil. There's been a lot of drama. But at the end of the day, those are things that no foundation is exempted from, right? So humans are gonna be humans, and people are gonna be people, and and everybody's gonna have their own agenda. So anyhow, so at the end of the day, we also need to, look past that and just understand if the underlying technology solves a problem. We believe still Near solves a very important problem on the scalability side, and definitely with the stake wars finally finishing and distribution and onboarding of new chunk producer nodes, that's going to be a key part of it. So really excited about that one. So let me see if there's any more questions. Still no more questions. Okay. So so what is the next steps? So as you know, Lola came in and introduced herself. She will be running MetaYield campaigns from this moment forward. Right now we have 3 projects that are going to be launched hopefully next Monday. We have 2 that are ready. There's still some greedy details that we need to sort out. So really excited about that. So we're going to be launching, if everything goes well, next week we're going to be launching 3 projects on MetaYield for them to do crowdfunding. It is not the best of markets, but we need to launch them, right? At the end of the day, we need to show momentum, and there's not going to be you cannot time the market. I think that by now should be in everyone's top of the mind, that there's no way for anybody to time the market, right? You either get ahead of it, try to get ahead of it, or you basically get ran over by it, right? So anyway, it's very impossible, pretty much impossible to time the market, even though there's some good traders out there. So, but to each his own, right? Anyhow, so that's very important. We're going to be launching some land. We're launching Poker Space. We're launching MetaMon as well, and we believe that we're convinced that gaming is going to be a very important part of the Near ecosystem, and so we're going to be supporting Human Guild, and Human Guild is also, of course, supporting this 3 projects, and the idea is to get them up and running, and introduce more users into the Near ecosystem through the gaming side. We're talking to a bunch of them as well in order for them to integrate our liquid staking SDK. Most of it will be on at later stages, since right now they will have to prove that they have enough traction and enough demand for the game, and then look into incorporating liquid staking into them. So that's kind of where we are right now. Project-wise, there's still 5 or 6 other GameFi projects that we will be reopening MetaBoat, maybe in a different sort of format. Lola will be discussing with the team her ideas into making it a little bit less, remove some of the friction that many of you have seen through implementing MetaBoat into allocating or deciding which projects are going to be launched on MetaYield. But anyhow, so that's going to be one of the first steps that Lola's going to be discussing with the team internally and just moving forward. So let me see, just to keep people on the team here online. So we got thank you very much, Kun, for coming in. Sorry about the Argentina game today, mate. But anyhow, we still have a bunch of games to go. But no need to be sad. Upset, yes, but then leave the sadness until the group finishes. and see if we passed to the second round or not. But anyhow, so Nico's here, Mansa's here, Sergio are here. I don't know if anybody of you want to come up and introduce yourselves to the community. I think that's an important part for people to come in and well, Clara's here. Clara, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure.
Go right ahead.
Hi everyone. I know some of the faces, but happy to know you, Robs and Oyepun, or that you are here listening. I'm part of the operations team. Super lucky to be able to visit in Lisbon and Madrid recently in the last weeks. We've been creating great opportunities for Metapool and for the community also. Well, from my perspective, learning a lot every day, trying to work hard with all this fantastic team that you can see here with great blue avatars, right? To improve, to work and to add value, and wanted to tell you that we are an international team. That's why sometimes you can find us here in some schedules, other times you find other people. So we are here kind of 24 hours trying to help. And don't hesitate to participate if you're not fluent in English. As you can see, most of us are like Spanish native, and we are doing our best with English. So we are here trying to improve also our language skills. And send us questions, send us feedback, because we want to listen to you. That's great, Robs. So happy that you are here, that you can ask your questions, and we try to do our best to answer them. And if we cannot do it at the moment, we try to do it late. But we are there. We are builders, as Claudio has said, and we are trying to take advantage of the beer market to innovate, to create for the future and for now for the community. And nothing else, just stay tuned. If you are beta testers, I don't know if there is any beta tester here, because we will have in the following days opportunities also to participate in beta testing. So happy to be here, and thank you for everything. We're going to be working for you and with you.
Okay, perfect. So, Vinilio or Mateo, you want to introduce yourself, mate? Sorry, I muted you a little bit because there was some background noise there, man.
No worries. No, I just want to say that I'm super excited to have joined this project. I joined the marketing team over a week ago, and I really look forward to helping grow this community, working together with the core marketing team. And also, I wanted to mention, I mean, you were talking about the moment that we're in. I think it's important to say, that, it's not, we're not in a bull run, but I think it's noticeable to say that, people like Lorena, Marcos, and I have just joined. And I think it's an important message that you're bringing on fresh blood to the team, and that it's important to show that that you guys are betting 100% and continuing with the project, of course, and on NEAR, and as well, I think it's really exciting, that we're gonna be going multi-chain soon. And just really happy to be part of this, being part of the moment of change, not only in this project itself, but also everything that's coming with Web3, which is a complete game changer. And we're in it for the ride, and looking forward to continue with the project, basically.
Perfect. Thank you very much for coming in. So, Bochen, Leandro, you want to introduce yourself, mate?
Yeah, thank you, Claudio, for inviting me to this call. I want to say to the community, I am in charge of design. I work closely with marketing, development. My peer here is Nicolas, and he's based in the Netherlands. I'm based in Argentina. Again, mentioning this as what Claudio was telling everyone, that we are spread across the world. One thing that I would like to mention, besides of asking questions, requesting feedback, or providing feedback, testing our products, is to be cautious on security matters. That something that happened last week. We are not going to be any of us on Metapool will be requesting either for money or to DM you directly to request anything in particular. Less than anything, it will be to send money or coins or tokens. So I want that for everyone to be really confident about how we proceed, and that there are always, scammers around impersonating either Claudio and Alan. That was last week, and I hope that will stop eventually. But just in case, everyone be really cautious about that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for raising that, right? And security side, I think it was a few months back, like we didn't have this sort of problems, right? And people were impersonating, were starting to impersonate us. A couple of people from the ecosystem sent me a message, hey, like this guy or gal or they are starting to send messages with your avatar and whatnot, right? I'm like, okay, so I changed it immediately. So I reckon some of the best practices is just look at at our info, right? And then look at our images as well. And do raise any concerns on the general chat, right? I think that's important, or either on Telegram or here on Discord. We did have some concerns regarding security a few weeks back, right? There was and I think we're waiting right now on just Pagoda and Near Foundation on how do we disclose like some of the security issues that have been going on around the ecosystem, right? First of all, of course, Skyward that got hacked. Then there was also a ransom request that they sent over to like the whole Near Foundation, and then we got contacted as well. We had to look into our code base. The team found a bug with the BlockSec team, so we had to kind of momentarily pause any transactions, any staking, unstaking actions on our main staking contract. Just for clarity's sake, the liquid staking smart contract was never exposed. The reason for this is for the bug was how basically our contract interacts with third-party platforms, and there was a bug there regarding how metadata was handled. Now that bug is cleared, and no third parties applications were exposed. Bastion protocol will be resuming their operations soon. Origami resumed, Borrow resumed, Trisolaris, and also Ref Financed resumed. But even though there's going to be a couple of changes, as Rob's asked the question, like what's happening with the farms in Trisolaris, Meta Estineer, and I told him that slowly but surely most of the Meta staking rewards are going to come back to the protocol itself. So we will be renewing Meta staking rewards through this staking mechanism in Metapool, more so than on farms on Dexes, just because we need to maintain a good control on the amount of emissions of Meta, and more importantly, the amount of Meta on partner platforms to be reduced. It's also going to be very important. We are doing strategy management for the Meta token in the next couple of months. So more information on that as soon as we have set up a plan in place. For now, the only thing that we can say is that there will be a slight spike in demand for Meta when we launch Meta Staking Boat, because we're going to be using Meta as is going to be the main asset for voting in redistributing 1 million NEAR to validator nodes on the NEAR protocol network. And so anyhow, so really excited about that. And hopefully also some of the partnerships that we're going to be bringing in, some fresh TVL. Of course, not in the hundreds of millions. That's going to be slowly but surely being ramped up, but at least hundreds of thousands of dollars hopefully is going to be brought in by our partnerships with fintech applications. But anyhow, so I think we're coming up on time. I also want to be mindful of everyone's time here. Hey, Will, nice to see you here. And so one of the most important things we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks is basically focusing on meta staking vote, redistribution of 1 million NEAR, launching 3 campaigns in meta yield, and very importantly, a partnership that we're going to be announcing with a fintech application for Latin America. So that's the state of affairs right now. We're going to get another security audit by a third party that is not BlockSec. So more information on that as soon as we have clarity on how we disclose the ransom request that we got a few months back. We will also let you know about that. But for now, all assets are safe. The liquid staking smart contract was never put at risk, but there will be more bad actors coming into the ecosystem as we progress. And so we need to double down on security. And for that, as Bochen said, right, we will never solicit directly any funds or ask for money to anyone from the community. If you see us doing that, please raise your hand either on Telegram or Discord, or just DM us. DM any of the Metapool community, anyone from the Metapool team that is of your most confidence. DM them, no worries about that. And well, looking forward to building on this during this bear market. There's going to be clearly some challenges that the NEAR protocol ecosystem is facing, but getting together is going to be, and collaborating is going to be the way moving forward. If you have any projects that you want to launch on MetaYield that you're interested in launching, please reach out to Lola or myself or Clara or Cibeles or anyone from the team, and we will get to you as soon as we can. If you have a DeFi protocol that you want to integrate liquid staking, please go ahead and do that. We have a liquid staking SDK. We need to do a much better job at communicating what we have and how we can partner with different platforms. That's what we brought in Mateo as well, to get the ball rolling and get this up and running. So anyhow, so as anything, right? If you need any help, don't call Saul, call Cibeles. That's a good one. That's the kind of like internal joke. But anyhow, so thank you very much, everybody, for your time. Let me see if there's any last questions here on the general chat. Evie, Dab, if you have any questions. Oh yes, very importantly, we will be supporting the first NEAR hackathon in Mexico. It's not going to be the first in Latin America. That's not going to be the first one, but at least the first one in Mexico. That's happening in the Open Web House, where there's going to be a track there. So hopefully Friday and Saturday we will be recording live from the Open Web House. So really excited about that. We will be interviewing some of the participants and also some of the organizers. So really excited about that. That's happening this next weekend. And anyhow, so Saturday we will be looking forward to the next game from. I think the next Saturday is going to be Mexico, Argentina. So there's going to be definitely a lot to discuss internally on the team. But anyhow, so really happy to be here. We're grateful for all the support we gotten from the community, from the NEAR ecosystem. We want to return the favor 10x, but we will need some time in order for that to be executed. But really happy about here. So if anybody else, ABB, you want to come in and say any last words, any regards? Just raise your hand. Or Mansa as well. If you want to come up, just raise your hand. If not, we're wrapping this up. The Mexico game is happening in 7 minutes. So hopefully we will be cheering on for the local team. I will be seeing it on Twitter because I have another call that I need to go to. But anyhow, somebody's got to work here. But anyhow, team, thank you very much for your time. Really happy to connect here with everybody. We will be scheduling one in 2 weeks' time as well. That's going to be for the launch of the meta staking boat and just giving you wraps up on how the meta yield campaigns are going. And anyhow, thank you very much for your time. Robs, Cristina, Edie, Dab, really appreciate it. The whole team, Cibeles, Alejandro, Mateo, Clara, Alan, Lola, Mansa. Thank you very much for your time. Butch and, of course, Francisco for putting this together. Stay tuned for the next one. Please stay safe. And yeah, just don't look at the price action, guys and gals. It's not worth it. Keep on building and keep on staking and stay safe, everyone. See you next time. Cheers.